Warning: after hearing this story, you might never look at TikTok the same way again. What started as a fun video turned into a nightmare that followed me off the app and into real life. It was just another boring Friday night. I was lying on my bed, scrolling through TikTok like usual, video after video. Nothing really caught my eye. Then suddenly, this weird clip popped up on my For You page. It was some girl doing this crazy dance move I'd never seen before. She was twisting her body in ways that didn't seem possible. I watched it over and over, trying to figure out how she did it. It looked so cool, I thought maybe I could try it myself. But something felt off. There was this creepy music playing in the background and the girl's eyes looked strange. I brushed it off thinking it was just a filter or something. Man, I wish I had paid more attention to that feeling in my gut. The unraveling. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off, but I was determined to recreate that insane dance move. I set up my phone on my dresser and hit record. As I started to twist my body, I felt a sharp pain in my back. Weird, but I kept going. I watched the playback and frowned. It didn't look right at all. I tried again and again, but each time, something felt wrong. My room seemed darker, even though it was only 7 p.m. The shadows in the corners looked like they were moving. I blinked hard, trying to focus. On my 5th attempt, I heard a loud crack. I stopped dancing and looked around, confused. Nothing seemed broken. But when I checked my phone, the video had stopped recording on its own. I shrugged it off and started over. This time, as I twisted my body, I felt like someone was watching me. I spun around, half expecting to see a face in my window. Nothing there. My heart was racing, but I told myself I was just being paranoid. I decided to give it one last shot. As I started the dance, my phone screen went black. Frustrated, I walked over to check it. Suddenly, it lit up with a blinding flash. I stumbled back, spots dancing in my vision. When I could see again, I froze in terror. There on my screen was the girl from the original video. But her face, it wasn't human anymore. Her eyes were completely black, and her mouth was stretched into an impossible grin. I couldn't look away as she slowly lifted her hand and pointed right at me. My phone started to glitch out the image, distorting and twisting, and then I heard it. That same creepy music from the video, but it wasn't coming from my phone. It was all around me, getting louder and louder. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. My body started moving on its own, twisting into that impossible dance move. As I contorted painfully, I realized with horror that I wasn't in control anymore. Something else was puppeteering my body, and I had no idea how to make it stop. The nightmare becomes reality. I should have known better than to ignore that feeling. As soon as I finished recording myself doing that freaky dance, things started getting weird. Like really weird. My phone kept glitching out, showing flashes of that creepy girl's face. Even when I wasn't on TikTok, I tried deleting the video, but it wouldn't go away. No matter how many times I hit delete, it just kept popping back up in my camera roll. That night, I barely slept. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw that twisted smile and those black eyes staring at me. I woke up covered in sweat, my back aching like I'd been dancing all night. When I looked in the mirror, I almost screamed. There were dark bruises all over my body, exactly where I'd felt pain while doing the dance. I was freaking out. I needed answers. I spent hours searching online for anything about this TikTok dance. Finally, buried deep in some sketchy forum, I found something. Apparently, this wasn't just some viral challenge. It was part of some messed up ritual meant to let something, not human, into our world. The next few days were a blur of terror. I kept seeing that girl everywhere, in windows, in shadows, even in my dreams. Sometimes I'd black out and come to hours later My body sore and twisted into impossible positions. My friends started avoiding me, saying I was acting weird and scary. It all came to a head one night when I woke up to find myself doing that dance again. Only this time I wasn't controlling it. My body was moving on its own, bending and twisting while that awful music played from nowhere. I caught my reflection in my phone screen and almost puked. My face. It was changing, morphing into something inhuman. Just like the girl in the video, I screamed, finally breaking whatever spell had control of me. As I collapsed to the floor, gasping and shaking, I realized this nightmare was far from over. That TikTok hadn't just changed my life, it had unleashed something dark and hungry into the world, and now I had no idea how to stop it. The aftermath and warning. It's been months since that nightmare, but I still can't shake the feeling of being watched. Every time I see someone scrolling TikTok, my stomach drops. I want to grab their phone and chuck it out the window. The bruises faded, but the memories haven't. I keep thinking about how one stupid video nearly ruined my life. Now I'm paranoid about everything I see online. That innocuous dance trend could be a curse. That cute cat video might be hiding something sinister. I know it sounds crazy, but after what I went through, I can't take any chances. I've learned the hard way that not everything on social media is what it seems. My advice: trust your gut. If something feels off even a little swipe away, it's not worth the risk. Because sometimes the scariest monsters aren't hiding under your bed. They're lurking in your phone, just waiting for you to hit play.